Indoor gardening can be incredibly rewarding, but it also comes with its own set of headaches: limited light, compact soil, gnat infestations, nutrient deficiencies, slow growth, crispy leaves, plants that look fine one week and exhausted the next. Every apartment grower knows the struggle. I went through all of it, and honestly, I was close to giving up on a few of my favorite houseplants until I stumbled onto a worm casting method that changed everything. It didn't just improve my plants, it completely transformed my indoor jungle. The best part? No smell, no gnats, and no messy worm bin needed. Most people know worm castings are powerful, but they're also easy to misuse indoors. If you've ever mixed too much into your potting soil, you've probably seen the consequences: fungus gnats throwing a rave, soggy soil that doesn't drain, and a faint earthy smell that's fine outside, but not in a living room. That's why so many apartment gardeners avoid using worm castings altogether. But the problem isn't the castings, it's the method. I discovered that when you prep them the right way, worm castings become the cleanest, safest, highest performing indoor fertilizer you can ever use. And the results: faster leaf production, deeper greens, stronger stems, and plant growth that honestly shocked me. The turning point came when I learned how professional indoor growers use castings. They don't dump them into the soil, they don't brew smelly teas in hot kitchens, they don't create wet environments where gnats thrive. Instead, they create what's essentially a microbe extract. A highly concentrated, clean, filtered worm casting liquid that contains all the nutrients and beneficial microbes without the mess. Once I tried it, my plants took off so quickly I realized I'd been using worm castings wrong for years. The process starts with high-quality castings. You don't need much, just a handful. The trick is to extract the biology without introducing the bulk worm humus that gnats love. Put the castings in a small cloth pouch or even a clean sock, tie the top and drop it into a jar of water. No aeration pump, no molasses, no brewing odors. You simply let the pouch sit for 12 to 24 hours. The water pulls out soluble nutrients, beneficial enzymes, and gentle microbial life, leaving behind the heavy organic material that usually causes indoor problems. What you end up with is a clean, dark liquid that looks like weak tea. This is the secret weapon. It has no smell, it doesn't attract gnats. You can store it for a week or two in the fridge, and when you feed your plants with it, you're not soaking their soil with organic debris. You're delivering bioavailable nutrition directly to the root zone and leaf surfaces. Indoor plants respond incredibly fast to this kind of feeding because it's gentle, consistent, and immediately usable. Once I began watering with this worm casting extract once every 2 weeks, everything changed. My pothos doubled in size. My monstera started pushing out bigger leaves with deep fenestrations even in low light. My herbs stopped stalling and began putting out strong, fragrant growth. Every plant in my apartment looked like it had been plugged into a charger. The growth wasn't wild or stretched, it was compact, dense, and healthy. Another surprising benefit was how much the soil behavior improved. Indoor potting mixes get tired fast. They become hydrophobic, compacted, or inert. The worm casting extract re-energizes the soil without overwhelming it. It restores microbial activity in a gentle way, rebuilding the tiny ecosystem that keeps water moving evenly and nutrients unlocking properly. A healthy soil microbiome is one of the easiest ways to fight gnats, and because this method avoids dumping organic matter into the pot, there's nothing for the larvae to feast on. On top of that, this method works beautifully as a foliar spray. Indoor plants often suffer because light levels are lower, which, slows nutrient uptake through the roots. A light misting of worm casting extract on the leaves provides trace minerals and microbial compounds directly to the stomata. Within a few days, you'll notice brighter foliage, tighter new growth, and sturdier stems. I use a spray bottle with a very fine mist and apply it in the morning so the leaves dry before night. This hack also shines for propagation. If you root cuttings in water, adding a teaspoon of the extract accelerates root formation and reduces rot. If you root them directly in soil, watering the medium with the diluted extract helps strengthen new roots from day one. Indoor growers rarely talk about this because most people assume worm castings are too messy for propagation, but not when you extract the goodness and leave the gnat-friendly bits behind. The beauty of this method is the simplicity. No noise, no odor, no special equipment, no risk of overfeeding. It's the most apartment-friendly biological fertilizer you'll ever use, and because it's gentle, it won't burn your plants or throw off soil chemistry. You can use it on tropicals, succulents, herbs, microgreens, seedlings. Everything benefits from the steady nutrition. If your indoor garden has been stuck, leggy, pale, or slow-growing, this is the easiest way to turn things around. Your plants get the power of worm castings without the issues that usually show up in confined spaces, and when you see them respond, you'll understand why indoor growers swear by this method quietly. Because once you learn it, your apartment garden will explode with growth.